This time around, it's a lot of research-based study. These are all researchers. These are all credible people who just came out. A lot of evidences support the good enough parenting. Another thing that I find very different, very helpful is this. I used to think, when we talk about exasperate our children, I always think about, okay, do not want to be negative or too mean to them. Now, I have a clearer picture of what it means to exasperate our children. So I find this very helpful, very practical, that I get to see exactly areas that I'm actually putting down my kids. So I find this parenting, this good enough parenting session different in the sense that it's very practical, it's very resource-based, it's very evidence research-based.
We have just gotten our book fresh, new, and I can't wait to read it. It is heavy, it's got full of stuff in there, and I have attended all the good enough parentings, but this is absolutely the best.
A good enough parenting workshop is simply more than good enough. It's just amazing the kind of effort, the work that's put in by John and Karen. I see a lot of biblical principles, convictions, practical life examples, real life statistics worldwide, as well as so much passion, so much of labor, toys that put into this workshop itself.
Having attended good enough parenting for a few sessions already, I think it has been improved. It's become more practical. In the past, there's a lot of focus on what was the problem with it, or what was the thing that we were doing wrong. But the practicals of how to do it, the right thing maybe was a bit less. But right now, it's a lot more emphasis on what to do, so that we'll know all the practicals rather than focus on what is wrong.
Okay, I like the fact that this time around the GEP, I've only main two things to remember, that's about how to meet the core needs, the 4+1, and also how to avoid the exasperation interaction. So that two main thing, and it's a lot easier to understand, to grasp, to remember. And I think what I really learned is also personally for me, to be aware of those subtle and unintentional exasperation interaction that I have with the children.
And I guess the biggest encouragement we can get is that we don't have to be really perfect to be a parent, but we can be good enough. But most thing I learned in this course is that we have to learn, and we have to train, and we have to inspire one another to become a better parents.
So I found that in today's lesson is that a lot of the examples were given were quite very close to what I've been experiencing myself. So I found that to be quite relatable, and the remedies are quite interesting too, something I can put into practice.
Very practical and given in lots of humour, which is helpful as well. So thank you very much, John and Karen.
When I look at the book, I think there's a lot to read, but when I look at the movies and hear them talk and share, I think I will learn more than what is actually in the book.
I mean, this is the third time that we are attending the GEP, but every time I'm learning something new. Though our kids are bigger, I think this program is useful for kids of any age, because building connection and building our vulnerability with our kids is so important in our relationship with them. And I think this program is very, very helpful for us.
I felt like the program itself is very, very interesting. At the same time, I think the movies are very engaging. The practicals, I like especially the part where they talk about just how to engage the kids, especially when you're in a conflict, and how to get out of the vortex, and how to really reconcile, repair the relationship. I think that is very crucial.
the 4 core needs plus 1, and the little ways that can add up, the exasperation interactions by which we can hurt our children. I think these are very simple things to remember that we can just remember to make sure that we apply in our lives.
I thought it was fantastic. It was very good because the movie clips were extremely relevant to the point, and it made the point come across clearly. I didn't have to reflect as much, and because it was so immediate, I got the point really fast. And because I got the point really fast, it facilitated me talking with my wife and what are the things that we wanted to implement. So I could see things in a very visual way, which left less room for guessing.